If you walk down a bit from the Duomo, you will find yourself in Piazza della Signoria.
Piazza della Signoria.
Life was good, life was great, life was good, life was great today. Life was good, life was great, life was good, life was great today. Don't know what the future.
You will find a replica of David standing in front of the Palazzo Vecchio.
Palazzo Vecchio.
I heard they now use the Palazzo Vecchio as the city hall. If I lived here, it would be pretty frustrating to deal with all these tourists just go to the city hall. Can you imagine having to navigate through clouds of people just to pay your water bill or something? I'm still debating whether or not to see the real David statue. The replica statue was pretty impressive too, and they really take good care of it. There's a free area inside Palazzo Vecchio that you can check out. I was surprised to find out that not all the statues outside were replicas. Apparently, there are quite a few genuine ones there. To be honest, I couldn't tell which one were real and which one were replicas just by looking at them with my own eyes.
Hey, and girl, you're just looking so perfect. I know that you're worth it. Going through all this shit, but maybe we didn't deserve it. And maybe we just fucking earned this. I got my hands on your hips right now.
The statues in Florence are so detailed and stunning, but I couldn't help but wonder why the David statue was so much more famous than the others. There must be some aesthetic quality to it that I'm not aware of. This statue was under renovation. They were doing something to Cosimo, who was on a horse, so they separated the two parts. I noticed that a lot of people around here are munching on sandwiches. I bet this is the same sandwich that went viral on YouTube and Instagram. On the way to get a sandwich, we passed by the Uffizi Gallery in Piazza della Signoria. But there was a massive queue of people waiting to get in. 3 of the stores were facing the street and selling sandwiches for takeout. The 4th store had seating available for eating in. So if you join the queue, one of the staff members will come out and let you know which store you should go to. After waiting for an hour, I'm almost there.
Ciao, una Paradiso, una numero 4. Paradiso, sì, deve stare Bionda. Vieni pure tu?
Hey, truffle too?
Truffle 2.
I don't eat cheese other than mozzarella, so the menu didn't have many options for me. I also got a glass of wine that they were selling. I guess I got caught up in the touristy hype and ended up buying the sandwich, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan of prosciutto. I stepped outside and started eating my sandwich amidst the hustle and bustle of the street. Unfortunately, the taste didn't live up to my expectations and definitely not worth the 1 hour wait. I passed by the mouth-watering steakhouse on the corner and walked across the bridge I spotted earlier this morning.
By July, I realized you couldn't get if I died. You're all about you, yeah. All of the things that you do, you're all about you. Yeah, I need something new.
Since I had woken up very early, I was feeling a little bit tired, so I headed back to my Airbnb to rest until dinner time. Then, the Airbnb host gave me a guidebook to help me explore the city. I asked Dan for a recommendation for a good local spot to try the famous Florentine steak. And then he came through with a good restaurant suggestion.
Got me some slack, I've been losing my mind. No, I'm not fine, you been killing my vibe. Got me down bad, I had to learn the hard way. Say one day.
After taking a much-needed 2-hour rest, I headed out of the Airbnb again to explore some more.
Can't believe I thought you were the one. All the flags waving red from the start. Now I know all the things that I won't. Think I'm good.
It was already a bit late to try and see everything at this place, so I decided to come back this place another time. The city bustled with people rushing off to their destinations. The sky gradually darkened and the city lights illuminated the streets.
I was foolish, let your bare minimum was space. I had to lose it, my feelings muted. Put it into what we had.
There was a light show happening on the Ponte Vecchio.
Ponte Vecchio.
While watching the light show, I started looking for a place to have dinner.
Can't believe I thought you were the one. All the flags.
I decided on this place for dinner, but I wanted to have an aperitif before heading there. For some reason, I kept ending up back at the Vecchio Bridge today. The atmosphere of the Vecchio Bridge was different in the evening compared to during the day. Despite the temperature dropping, the warm glow of the street lights made it feel more comfortable and inviting. As I was crossing the bridge, I came across a street performance taking place on a small side street. Double IPA can be hard to find in Europe, so if you happen to get your hands on it, it's definitely worth the taste. Having enjoyed a refreshing drink, we headed over to a restaurant. But perhaps I'm underestimating Florence more than I should be. The restaurant was fully booked. But then a sudden thought occurred to me.
Can't believe I thought you were the one. All the flags.
Despite this restaurant being fully booked as well, when I mentioned that, The owner's response was quite surprising. The owner kindly managed to arrange a table for us. I was excited to try Florentine steak for the very first time. It had a flavor and texture that was totally different from the New York steak I'm used to. I was a little disappointed by the portion size of that steak. I wish I had ordered more. I got back to the Airbnb feeling pretty good and started thinking about what to do tomorrow. Maybe hit up the museum we saw earlier, or just wander around and see where the day takes us. Either way, I'm excited for another day in Florence.